Welcome back to Unraveled Beer Thoughts. And I have another tasting experiment today. This time we have Hardcore Loops, a sour ale. Looks like WeldWorks Brewing Company and Drecker Brewing Company collaborated on this one. I didn't even realize this was a collaboration. Actually, technically, a WeldWorks beer in collaboration with Drecker. I've had both WeldWorks and Drecker. I've actually visited the WeldWorks brewery. I apologize, my camera's a little shaky. I've got it like on a pillow on my lap here, so it's not like the best camera setup, but what I have today. Um, Now, this being a sour ale, the last beer I tasted was pulpy on the bottom. Pretty smooth on the top, pulpy on the bottom. I should have like flipped the can a few times, so I did that with this one. So hopefully we got a little bit better of a mix if there is pulp in the bottom. But as I was saying, WeldWorks is a fantastic brewery. I really enjoyed my visit there, and I would definitely go back there again. They have a lot of good beers on tap, and it's a little bit out of the way from most places that I think folks would go, but it is worth the extra trip. Oh, it's going to fit in this glass for the most part. This one is not quite as pulpy. I already get a tangerine sort of aroma off of it. Yeah, it's like tangerine, some coconut, maybe a little tropical fruit flavor. Definitely, yeah, like a Fruit Loop sort of. I could get a Fruit Loopy sort of vibe to that, but tangerine is what hit me on the nose just pouring it in the glass. So that smells very fruity, very nice aroma, very pleasant. Um, I'm excited to taste this. So let's see what we get here. Some tang, but not a potent tang, just tang. Um, Almost a tea-like flavor. Definitely, I don't want to say orange. It's not really orange. It's more of a like a nectarine-ish, bordering into peach note in there, fruit-wise. Maybe some lime, variable citrus notes. Honestly, the smell is better than the taste. And it's not a bad taste. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bad tasting beer. I thought it'd be juicier. And that is not to say it's not sweet and it's not juicy, but it comes off almost in more of a I don't want to say Gatorade because it didn't taste like a sports drink. Well, mm, maybe a hint of that. Maybe a hint of like a sports drink. Kind of that muted background kind of I don't even know what to call that. I hate to call it a flavor. It's more of like a feeling behind it. You know, you get like a lemon lime Gatorade, and you can taste the lemon, you can taste the lime, but like that body, it's not as sugary and sweet as your standard drink. It's something else, and it's not like water. It's almost like this more viscous water fluid sort of stuff that this flavor is on top of, and this feels a little bit like that. And I realize that sounds horrible, like a viscous flavor fluid, and it's not that bad. I'm not saying it's a terrible beer, but it just wasn't quite what I expected. It's good though. I mean, I'm gonna drink all this. It's not, but it's not. When I first smelled it, I thought, "Oh, this might be a beer I'll go after. I'll look for." It's not in that range anymore. I'm glad I tried it. It definitely doesn't hit my 4 mark because I wouldn't look for it. Um, I would not recommend it. It's not quite in that realm where I'm gonna like say, "Oh, you should try a hardcore loops," but I'd say 3.25 to 3.5, somewhere in that ballpark. I'd say maybe 3.5. It's, I don't know, 3.25 to 3.5, somewhere in there. It's good, not awesome, not over the top, doesn't wow me, doesn't give me something completely new. Uh, but it's fun and I'm enjoying it. So, whenever I grab one of these beers out of my fridge, I'm doing these videos, I'm often just drinking it myself. So I'm not sharing it with somebody. And sometimes I wish I was sharing it with somebody. So the last one I had, the Drinks Six with Bill and Ted on the front, that's one I'm like, I wish I could have shared this with somebody because I know some people that really like that style of beer. This one, I don't feel like I'm missing out on the sharing piece because uh, I don't know, it's sort of so-so. I'd rather share the ones that are really, mind blowing and have someone else to experience that with. So this one, not bad. 3.25, 3.5. I'll take it. But not gonna give my strongest recommendation. Although, if I was able to get this one on tap, I would be curious. I might try it on tap just for the sake of getting a fresher batch that wasn't in a can, um, and seeing if there was any notable difference. WeldWorks is usually seems to come off with a pretty clean brew, so I doubt there'd be a lot of flavor differentiation. But I also haven't, probably in all honesty, had enough WeldWorks to know for sure how well their can to can variations are. They just strike me as pretty clean brewing process. So that is my takeaway for Hardcore Loops from Unraveled Beer Thoughts. If you have comments, please leave them below. And thank you for watching today.